Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world, welcome to Thursday evening chat stream. What have we got in store today? I'm gonna be doing some unboxings today. I'm gonna show you again where we are with the Orca. If you've checked the Orca out, look, all the barrels have now got ropes on, thanks to Mrs. Weldaway, who I outsourced that to. Basically what I did, and I knew there was a reason that I made, do you remember I made that big barrel there and I put the string on it? Well, that was the prototype. So I could give that to Mrs. Weldaway and say, can you do this for the little barrels there? And bless her, she did do one, but the string was far too big, so we had to scrap that and start again with some smaller string, and they're all done. They do need to be a little bit weathered down, I think, so they're too bright. But she's done a blinding job of that, so I don't know if I was allowed to outsource. I got pulled up by Lou. Lou's not in here tonight, Lou Delmay, so he did email me, but I did get pulled up saying I think that's against the rules, but you know, I said judges are out on that one. Hello, Christian from Grantham.
Let's give it up big time. Hello, Christian from Grantham. Now let's get cracking.
You know what? That's brilliant news, Robert. But you know what? I haven't received any confirmation, so I might have to call up regarding that. And hello, Hilda. How's it going? I did get a confirmation that my issue 15, I think that's what I'm on now, isn't it? Was posted out before Christmas, and I still haven't received it. So I might have to have a check of that. Did you know the Russians made a copy of the SR-71 from photos of it by satellite? Really? Well, tonight I'm actually wearing, look, Howard DeForest, Dash Riptide got me this, which is really nice. He's got me something else as well, which I'm going to show you in a minute as part of the unboxings. But a couple of things still on the Orca theme. This is what my Orca's looking like at the moment. I did the... obviously I've done the chum barrels with the real fish. They've set perfectly, so they're in there now. I just need to put a bit of blood on the outside of those. You'll see I've got the gas canisters behind the ladder now. I just need to put the decals on that. But yeah, we are getting there. The cleats are on now. They need to be painted. I need to still put the treadways along the side, so the anti-slip tread mats or something. And obviously I need to do the fly bridge, which, as you've seen, has now been painted. Hasn't been weathered, but it's been painted the colour it needs to be, and I'm going to start working on that next. So we are getting on. But I'm glad Phil's in here, because Phil, just before the stream, Phil sent me this great big tag in Instagram, which I think is hilarious. So if you're on Instagram, go and search Spruverse and check out the video he's just posted. This is his Instagram channel there. Check out the one that he's just posted. Phil, I've got to ask, is that your voice? Because you have got a voiceover voice. When you put that voice on, it's like, he always wanted to be a superhero. I thought, that's not Phil. But yeah, it is. But yeah, excellent video. So yeah, once again, go over to Instagram and give Phil some love. Follow, like, subscribe. But yeah, he looks good. Look at those barrels as well. They look amazing. I've got to tip my hat off to your work on the Orca, Phil. I'm telling you, I bet you're glad to be back as well. Everyone shut up your Echo Dots for a second. Alexa, turn off the heater. Okay. That's better, because I'm cooking in here at the moment. The only other thing is I'm going to be making the spears for the side and the hooks and stuff like that. So I was going to use a skewer, but this is a 3mm skewer and it's too big. This is a cocktail stick and that's 2mm, and that's too small. So I've managed, believe it or not, to get 2.5mm skewers. So that's what I'm going to use, and they're going to go along the side here. You can see how that's slightly too big. I'm not quite sure how they're attached in the film. I know that you, Phil, you've done the you've got like a bracket which you can, I guess, slot them in. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might have to go down the same route, but I can't see in the film how they're attached, which is quite weird. But this is the small details. This is the doll's house bits, if you like, that I'm currently working on at the moment. So enjoying that. The buckets of chum went absolutely brilliant, you know. It's been brilliant, the old chum barrels. They turned out brilliant. I've sniffed them this morning. I can't smell fish, so I think we're good. I think we're good. And I do believe my chat is working tonight. Jacob, I'll show that. Jacob, I'll show that picture off now, because I'm going to forget otherwise. Jacob sent me this email of something that's being released now into... oh God, that's too big. Hang on a second. Something that's being released in Czechoslovakia. Czechoslovakia? What am I talking about? I'm living in the 80s in the Czech Republic, which is the new Ferrari. Now, I don't know if we're going to see this. This is D'Agostini, but obviously the Czech version of it, which looks pretty cool. I am enjoying building the Ferrari we've got at the moment, but you know, whether it comes out or not, I don't know ever, because I'm still waiting for about 8 issues of it. which is pretty crazy. Am I doing an Easter quiz? Rachel, I haven't gave that any thought, you know. That's quite a good idea, you know. One of my most popular videos for December was the quiz, believe it or not. So we will have to see. I apologise if I'm missing the chat at the moment because my mind's racing ahead. What's Esther asked? Oh, how's your parcel? Phil, your parcel was in Flushing Meadows two days ago. Apparently it's out for delivery today. So you should get it today, apparently. So we'll have to see. That's going to be good. But I want to show you something from... I couldn't show you on the video today because I'd already filmed it. And that is, if I can find my little... nothing's working. I'm going to go to my overhead camera. And as you can see, we've got the Titanic. There we go. Look, we've got the overlay there from Partwork Upgrades. Now, there's two options for this from what I understand. And I will go over to the website in a minute. You've got the blueprint, which will come with the acrylic to stand in. And this is basically going to cover both builds, really, isn't it? There's no scale on this, is there, for a model? So we can actually use this for if you're either doing the Eaglemoss one or you're doing the Hachette one. And then Ian over there's also got the deluxe prints, which look like this. I'm going to lay them out like that there, which I think is good. Look, it's like a little... Do you remember the old jigsaw puzzles where the cards that you could put together? I like that. I like it a lot. Which looks like that. Now, they are available on the Partwork... Excuse me? That was my Echo Dot going off. They are available on the Partworks upgrade site, as you can see there. And I am going to be playing around with another one of the mods that Ian's got, which is the power mod for the Bismarck. I'm going to have a go at that this weekend. I was going to do it as soon as I got it, but I've got no batteries. I've run out of AAA batteries for the remote control because I've been using them on the Knight Rider. I've been using them on everything. Everything takes AAA batteries at the moment. So it's all cool. You do see that I've got 6 days since last accident. I haven't got the light on at the moment on that. That might have to change to 1 day again because before I came out, I stood on some glass, which Mrs. rolled away and smashed the glass. So I've got to check my foot after the screen. If I've drawn blood, it goes back to number 1 again. Right, what else have I got? We have got a merch on the map today. And Morts, I know you're in here, Morts. Let's go over to my map and let's see if this works because I've been playing around with the... I'm in Corby there we go. I'm in Corby. Now, Morts doesn't live too far away. He lives where there is Market Deeping. Now, I know you're in here and you're going to be really shocked by this, Morts. I don't know what your real name is. You didn't say in the email. But you live in Deeping St Mary and you are currently sporting a Knight Rider shirt with what you've done so far on the Knight Rider there, which looks absolutely brilliant. If you are wanting to visit my store and you haven't visited my store, there's my store link there. God, I've got everything on hand today, haven't I? Now, Morts, if I go back to that map, every other Christmas, where you're based there, we used to stay here, which is Lake Lodge. And it's basically a big lodge on a lake. And it's an absolutely great place to be. Sorry, I'm in the wrong place. It's here. Lake Lodge, as you can see there. What a lovely place. That's where we spent most of our Christmases. But my brother's been stuck in Canada for God knows how long because of COVID and stuff like that. So we haven't managed to go there. But what an amazing place that is. So I thought I'd show you that as well. Now, I think I can close that window down now. God, I've got all my fingers on the go here at the moment. Now, there's going to be no video on the channel tomorrow, just so you know. Obviously, I released the Pack 9 of the Bismarck today. That was a silent release, so you wouldn't have got a notification for that. I've basically amalgamated what we've done so far into one video. But I did do the Titanic release today. And tomorrow, I'm going to attempt to do the spokes for the Jaguar. So that video will be ready for next week. So I saw Pete Cooper's... model and it does look hard, so I thought I'm going to tackle that. I'm going to have a go at doing that. It is your voice, Phil. Wow. That's great. Oh, brilliant. But I've got some unboxings to do tonight for you, which is going to be cool. You are here, that's it. Yeah, Maxie's a lovely place. We spend Christmas at Maxie at Morts. It's absolutely great. Okay, so Dash Riptide got me this. Now this is an amazing book. I'm gonna show you this. This is crazy. This is like, oh, let's just turn the Partwork up overlay off. This is like the Haynes manual of how to fix pretty much or where everything is in an SR71. Now, even though it shows you where things are, tolerances and stuff like that, it was never used as a working manual. And the reason being is because any maintenance that was done on the SR71 was instantly classified, and obviously the engineers weren't allowed to take it home. So that's why that doesn't exist. As far as I'm aware, the actual maintenance manuals for them are still in classification. You can't have them. But this guide, which looks to be a photocopy of like a handbook, it's like, here's your new SR71 and here's your driver's guide for it. But it's absolutely brilliant. I've been looking through this with interest. But it's amazing what they actually turn into books now. This is brilliant. So thank you for that, Howard. And that's pretty much dictated what the theme was on Daryl today on the start. We're having a wonderful 2020 so far. Kudzu Digital. We got COVID at the start of the year, so that wasn't all that fun. Do the batteries go flat when switched off? What's that? Is that the Bismarck? Because I haven't got a clue. I haven't even powered it on yet at DRN, so I don't know. Ian. Oh, Ian Mortz. Ian, you are Ian. I will remember that, Mortz. Although now, you know, I've said it enough times that, you know, the rule of 3, after you repeat it 3 times, that's it. You're now Mortz. I'm probably even pronouncing that wrong and butchering your name. David, I'm a glutton for punishment. I've actually got the Iron Man down here, so I'm probably going to do that live on Tuesday. Another unboxing. Look, you good sedgeways today, David. Good luck at planking on the Titanic's hull. Yeah, tell me about it. That's going to be fun. On Tuesday, I thought we're going to have a bash at this, so bear with me. Stand by. We're going to have a bash at this. Now, this is from the folks over at Sterling Kit, and it's a robot. Basically, you can control this robot, and it's also a speaker. So it's got a remote control and speaker, and I haven't even opened this yet. So let's have a quick gander at this. They liked me building the engine, which I still haven't finished, by the way, and they just wanted to know if I would be interested in building a robot. And I was like, yeah. Who isn't? Who's going to say no to building a robot? So they always package their stuff up really good. So I'm guessing that's the instructions with everything they've got. This has got engine parts in as well. Look, we're doing exactly the same thing as we did with that V8 engine. Putting this together. And there's all the bits. Now this time, this is all metal. Unlike the motor we did before, which was plastic. That looks amazing. That looks absolutely amazing. Let's have a look underneath. Wow. The whole thing is metal. I'm interested now. That's everything in there. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to leave that in there because I'm going to break things. We've got 2 motors in there. Looks like we've got a servo in there. I don't know how we control it. I think we can control it through an app on the phone. I think all the screws are already labelled up and still in there for us. It looks like Wally, doesn't it? So that is going to be a lot of fun to do. So I thought we might have a look at that on Tuesday and see how we go. But it's called a Teaching Robot Be Your Friend. I don't know. All I know, it moves around and it plays music for you. And I think the music streams from your phone. So that's that. And then sometime later, not so far this year, you've already seen this. This is the Nautilus, which is a submarine. And this one's from the folks that I made the Mechanical Wasp for over at Mayu Store. Once again, look, I haven't even opened this one. Let's have a look at this. How do we get into this? It's got a little, if you cut this warranty tag, that's it. You know, you're bound and signed up contract for life. So this is what that looks like. Wow, I just love the packaging on this. So we've got all the instructions in here, which looks like that. I guess we're going to be doing a lot of forming. This is going to be a lot like the Metal Earth things, I'm guessing. Got some gears in here. Let's undo this. Yep, there we go. And as you can see, everything's on plates. This is going to be a fun one. So I'm going to need to get a former for this. Some sort of bit of metal that I can start wrapping that around. I don't know if I'm going to probably do that one live. I think that one's probably going to need concentration. Although I know you do love my car crash streams when I do things completely wrong. So that's that. So that's a couple of things that are coming to the channel, which pretty excited. Obviously with the Titanic as well, you can see why now I've changed the straggedy. I can't say the word. Changed the straggedy of what I'm doing with a Bismarck. So I'm keeping everything together. It is. Phil's attention to detail is absolutely immaculate. I tell you, it's I look at him for inspiration and then think, yeah, I need to do that. So I'm a copycat. I put the bell on today as well, just so you know, the bell's on. So we are getting there. And I've doled down the portholes as well. They were far too shiny, so I've doled them down. But I mean, just now, I mean, there's still a lot to do, but it's the Orca now. It's the Orca. Before it was just like a generic ship, but now it's the Orca. So it is good. Tuesday will be Robot Riot. I'll have to think of a name for it. The Arduino series, Andrew, as soon as I can get cracking again on the Enterprise build, then I can get cracking on the Arduino, because once that top section's done, I can actually power it. But God knows where my Enterprise is. I haven't got a clue. So the last bit of unboxing I'm going to do, and you've probably seen this everywhere else, but I haven't even opened this one yet either. And that is, down here. It's like Christmas, isn't it? We're going to have a quick look at the new shuttles. I get this from Eaglemoss. Don't get the Enterprise. They just send me the special edition. So I haven't even opened this yet. So let's go and have a look at this. I'll switch cameras again. Cut the tape. And let's see what we've got. Now, I'm not one of these people who have the mint in box things. I'm happy to open everything. So, once again, we've got the brochures. I don't know if there's that little holographic thing, or does that come in the... Yeah, it comes in the box there. So this tells you all about those. I'm wondering how many of these we're going to get. It just worried me then, looking at the end. Now, that's part of the Starships collection, isn't it? So, but I think these are too big a scale to go in that. I can't be sure. Don't know. But we've got the Calypso, which is this one here. Now, I'm not one of these people that keep the boxes either. I don't plan on selling it. So, so let's have a look at this. This is weird for a Thursday night stream, isn't it? We're doing unboxings. Okay, so we've got the little things now, which I've just found out, as everyone told me, go into this little hologram thing, which again, gosh, how much packaging material? No wonder my dustman hates me. Okay, let's get this open. God, these remind me of the old microfiche. Do you remember the old microfiche? If you're old enough like to remember microfiche, they look like that. So these go in there, I'm guessing, like that, and just stand up. And that's what they look like. They need to have light shine behind them. But so I can't really show it well on camera here. But you get the idea of how that's going to glow up there. So we get that for both of them. And this is what it looks like. Now, the stands for these, especially the last two we had, are absolutely useless. You're basically balancing the ship on it. But that is what that looks like. You've got the Aztec pattern on there. You have to excuse the paint on my hands. I was painting before the stream. And that's what it looks like underneath, with the lifters there. But as you can see, this is what the stand looks like. So you're just going to have to think about, I mean, actually, that don't fit too bad. It fits around that round section there. So when this is on the stand here, that will just go on like that. If it was more round, it would probably look like one of the motherships from V. So we've got that one. And then we've got the Hawking shuttlecraft. Just get this one open as well. You remember the microfiche. Having to go down the library to search out an old newspaper story or something. God, those were the days. Okay, so once again, I won't open this one. We've got a little microfiche here. And the stands for it. And then this is what this one looks like. Oh, I do like this one. I have to say, I really don't remember that one from the series. But I do remember this one. Okay. The stands are made out of some sort of, is it resin, or they're quite heavy. And at the bottom of it, you have got the limited edition print there. Just going to see how this one goes in. Oh, you have got the mounting points on this one. So again, that will fit in. So that's good. That's going to go on there. And then that will fit on kind of like that. And that's what that looks like. There's the ship. And this is one of the ones, I mean, these are far better than the print, I have to say. But they're not too bad. They're quite weighty as well. So at the moment, we have got 4 of these. The other 2 are actually behind my computer screen at the moment, so I can't get to them. Not quite sure where I'm going to display them yet. Or if I'm going to display them. Or even if I'm keeping them. I don't know. If I can't find a place for them, then I'll probably do it as a giveaway. Because they won't come in the box, obviously. Because I chucked the box away. But yeah, I'll have to have a think about that. Because obviously this workshop will just get full up to the brim. But yeah, all good. I was off on a little one there. What's the time? Look, it's 20 past and I haven't even had a breath. I'm just checking down my list on the left. I have this to-do list, to tell you list it's called. So I'm just checking everything's in there. I think we're good. I had a lot of queries on my video today, the Titanic, about the planks not being to scale. I think that's the point. I don't think they're meant to be to scale on a 1/250 model, because to try and get a plank at like 0.5 millimeters made out of wood is pretty impossible. So I think it's going to be what's the word I'm looking for? Can't get my words today. It's going to look like there's planks on there, trust me, by the time I've finished. But you're not going to have to lay every individual plank. When I did the Victory build, I was actually on the deck of the Victory measuring the planks and then thinking what the scale would be if I bring this down. And I don't think we could have done that properly either. So a model is meant to be an interpretation of something. If you're going to make a completely accurate scale model, then I need to be in the whole technical drawing business and the architect business, I think. So believe me, I've used some creative licensing on the Orca. I said my chum barrels I've changed to what they were. I put real fish in them. I've changed the labels on it. I've got my machete now, but the reason I haven't put my machete in, which looks like this, my little machete, that's come out quite good actually, is that when Quint whacks it down, it goes into this side of the boat, but it actually goes into one of those walkway anti-slip mats. And because I haven't laid mine, I can't put it in yet. So there is. Where is the Kraken? The Kraken's in the house at the moment, Edward. I was going to have a rum tonight, but I'm still got a whole fridge full of beer, and this goes out of date really quickly. So I've got February. I've got to drink this by February. So I'm just working my way through the Heineken. This was here when, Phil, this was here when you were here. So you haven't seen those specials yet. Oh, I'm glad you're in here, Howard. How's it going? Yeah, the over one's the captain's yacht for the Enterprise, but that couldn't have been in many episodes, David. I don't even remember it. I really don't remember it at all. But this is all next generation. This is all to do with the Enterprise D, I'm guessing. But I don't know. I could think of other things that I'd like. I would like if Eaglemoss came to me and says, Wayne, we're talking about some free gifts or some special things to put onto the Enterprise D build. What would I want? Well, I want a badge that I can press and it makes the noise. I've seen them because I used to sell them in Blockbusters. If you want to, we'll have to keep it to next generation, so we can't have the old flip communicator. I'd like some pips. I think that would be good. This was excellent that Nick Barmer gave me. That's excellent. The old plaque. I like that. What else would I want? There's plenty of things. Small models, I don't think I want them. I'm actually building a model. I don't think I need more models. I'd like something that's related to the show. So we'll have to see. I'm just having a think now. Would it be too much to ask for another uniform? How about a tricorder? That could be good. A working tricorder. Oh, all these companies, you need to come to me to tell me what free gifts to give out. I'll be in my element. It was never shown on screen. Oh, it's one of those Kenner toys that were slightly off screen. Do you remember them? You used to get your Millennium Falcon, your Slave One, and then you get this Scout Transport, which you'd never seen in a film, which could fit like three stormtroopers in it and just have wheels that were on a spring and compressed down. You prefer microfiche? Yeah, too right. Scrolling through it used to give me a headache though, because you'd have to move it really slow, and if you slip, it whizzes past the screen. You got to realise, Aaron, I reckon somewhere there's a big dump pile heap of microfiche machines, and then I guess they must have. What do? They burn the microfiche? Because or do they keep copies still, paper copies of everything? Because it would have had to be transferred to a PC or a computer. Who knows? I don't know. Yes, the flag for the orca is definitely. It's a black circle with the white. It's basically what goes on the front of this flybridge here. It's a black circle with the white jaws on it. The amount of zoomed up images I've got, I thought it was Quint's shark that he has on the side of a van in a cutscene, but it's definitely not. It's definitely a shark jaws like he's got there. So, I mean, once that's done, it's just detail. It's just detail. So I'm hoping, and I haven't spoke to Phil yet, is that we might be able to do something in February where we can we can touch bases and do a reveal for you. That's going to be excellent. And if you want to know what's happened to Phil's the other challenge we have with the Jaws diorama, then once again check out Phil's Instagram because it's brilliant. It did make me laugh. Oh dear, bless. My one's still out there, you know. It's enduring the UK winter at the moment. The glass has cracked beyond belief. As a matter of fact, I've got it, you can't even call it glass at the moment. It's like one of those mosaics made out of little tiles. So, but I can't lift it. I can't lift it because A, I'll probably get glass in my hand, which probably means changing the sign, and B, it means it's probably going to fall apart anyway. So. Have you seen France exclusive? I've heard about it, John. Power Rangers was never my thing, to be honest with you. As a matter of fact, I've just finished watching the Kevin Smith series on Netflix, the He-Man Masters of the Universe Revelations. I enjoyed that. And I haven't really watched an animated thing for a long time. I mean, I never watched Rebels. I never watched Clone Wars, that sort of animation. But yeah, I really did enjoy that. I mean, I still like my Family Guy and my Simpsons. Who doesn't? Hello, Elite Fan Club. How is Mexico? Maybe putting a veneer on later on the Titanic. I mean, I haven't seen any other videos for the Eaglemoss one. So either I'm the only person doing it or I got mine first. I don't know. Throw back to the DeLorean EL wire or better fiber optic. I'm a point where contact Chloe. I used EL wire and I got it from elwirecraft.co.uk. And they do whatever you want. Whatever inverter you want, whatever colour you want, whatever size you want. They're a good company. Wow, you know what? I'm behind on chat again, aren't I? I apologise. I was going off on one for 20 minutes. I think I'll use my bamboo laminate for the decking. Can be made to look like planks quite easily and look more to scale. I used it for decking a lot of my model boat ships. What I noticed with doing that is you've got to be careful about thickness and how far up it rises. I did have that problem with the Orca and I've kind of worked around it. I knew it would raise, so things like the smokestack there I've cut down, the ladders are obviously shorter. I had to shave the bottom of the door off. But I like the effect. But it's amazing, as I did mention to the patrons yesterday, it's amazing at how both myself and Phil have tackled this and what bits we've done first. I mean, Phil has done his flybridge. I think it's pretty much done, isn't it, your flybridge? That's the last thing I've done. And I never intended that way. It just, that's the way I worked, which is pretty crazy. There are a couple of things. We will have to touch bases, Phil, because I've still got some stuff which I haven't got a clue what it is. I've noticed the little compass that goes on the flybridge. I've got that. I've done the speaker. But there's some other bits which I just ain't got a clue about. So I don't know what they are. No way, Andrew. Really? I wasn't aware of that. I thought that was like, you know, out with the BBC Micro. Oh, thank you, Gamer God. I'll tell you what though, Gamer God, I've watched an abnormal amount of Jaws, and I'm sure Phil's the same, especially that last half of the film. I might have to just balance it off by watching the first half of the film. But when I've been watching it, and again, Phil will vouch for me here, when you're not watching the story and you're not watching what's going on in the screen, you're watching what's going on in the background, the amount of things that you notice. I don't know, Phil, if you've noticed, I don't know if you're still in here, the barrels. See, I've really weathered mine up heavily, but when you first see them, they're not that weathered. And they keep changing different barrels during the film. It's crazy. Oh, I've been sent 2 new doors with 1 pack of screws in. Each was told the door will be sent in issue 28. Has it got everything in it? I think it's just the door, Stephen. I think you're just changing out the door and you're using the original screws from the original door. That's what I did on mine. So, thank you, Dash Riptide. I've just seen that. So after the screwdriver accident, who came up with the days since last accident? What about the CNC signs? Ah, yeah, I know. Right, the CNC signs, it's impossible for me to put them up at the moment. I will get them done. It's just that because it's cold here, it's going to just bend and contract on the side. I need them to be flat and warm. So I'm just going to start printing them off, so they're coming soon. And that sign went up, that sign went up pretty much that night. Hang on a second. That's better. And as you can see, it lights up. So we'll see how high we can get it. My foot's feeling okay, so I think we can go on. I don't think I can record that as an accident. I have to say, both you guys are doing an awesome job on Orca. Looking forward to the final review. The Orca's great, but I don't know if I said this when we first started. It's going to be sad to actually see it like finished, because I've really enjoyed it. It's just going to be like the ET spaceship. And do you like that whole Spielberg montage there? But I think when we're at Wonderfest, we're going to have to think of another challenge. Perhaps I'll challenge you, Phil. And I'm sure we're going to find something there that will be like, that would be a good idea. Are you doing the Disney Dolls House? See, I'm sure Mrs. Wayne would do it if she liked Disney, but she's not a Disney fan. Anyone watching the Book of Boba Fett? Not sure about all the flashbacks. The first 2 episodes I didn't really get on with. The 3rd episode I loved. Not quite sure about the Vespa biker gang. And the last episode again dragged its feet a bit. I did like the whole Sarlacc thing, but I think they are story building. I know one of our newspapers in the UK was slating it, saying that they've taken the character of Boba Fett and turned him into a, you know, heartfelt, you know, helping everybody out sort of person, which Boba Fett really wasn't. So they're just changing the way he was. So perhaps the whole event of Return of the Jedi just changed him and made him into a better man. I don't know. You don't have time and money to build those kits, but it's nice to see you build them. You know what, Martin? When you start building these, the first thing you hear is A, it's really expensive, and B, it's going to take 2 years. The first thing is that time goes by in a blink. You won't believe how... When I watched the first Bismarck video I'd done, I was in the old man cave, and I still had the Thunderbird 2 there. So you can imagine how long ago that was. And that just seems like yesterday to me, starting the Bismarck. And then how much it is, once you get a finished model, and you give that to someone and they pick it up and they look at it and you see the weight of it, you see the quality of it, and you say, how much would you pay for that? Bearing in mind, as I said, when I went to Duxford and I saw this model of a little tiny red arrow, is a hawk, the red arrows, for £450, and it was this tiny and it was die cast and it not much in it at all, then you can see where your money's going. But I think the problem with Partworks is that people don't get to see a finished one enough. And they don't, and I mean, I don't just mean on a screen, because you can't really tell size. You can't tell how big that Ecto 1 is behind me because of the way the cameras are. But if you saw that in real life, you'd be like, oh my God. And people that have visited the workshop, I think if they haven't seen these models, are thinking, yeah, wow. Yeah, I burnt my belly earlier as well. Mrs. Wayne was making some sausages, and I bent over to pick something up without my top on, because I changed my top, you see, because I was wearing the World of Wayne logo shirt, and I thought for Howard I'll wear the SR-71, and I burnt my belly. Need a model Airwolf for retractable weapons, internal lighting and working rotors and retractable landing gear. David, that would be amazing. Design it. I'm sure someone will pick it up. Thank you, Timothy Jacob. That's really appreciated. You know what? These model companies, they're always looking for ideas of what people want. Agora Models especially. I think when I met James from Agora Models when we were at Jaguar, he said that they've got a whiteboard and they just put ideas on it. Ideas. Whether they come to fruition, who knows? But it's ideas of what people want. So I think that's brilliant. Hello, Renosian. Renosian's on here. How far down am I? I'm not doing too bad, actually. A lot of models you have, I have the Lego versions. Renosian, I bet you don't get the people emailing you telling you that the plank width's the wrong size on Lego versions. Ah, bless. I just don't think it's meant to look that way. But I mean, this will be the first model, the wooden ship model, that hopefully I can do to fruition. to Mrs. Welder Wayne, she's putting it on now. God, you're all picking on me tonight. I can see this. I don't cook. I can cook a spaghetti bolognese. Mrs. Welder Wayne thinks that when I first met Mrs. Welder Wayne, I knew her from like 25 years ago. And then we got in touch in like 2014, sorry. But no, we were chatting in 2013. And I told her I do the ironing. I told her I do the cooking. And yeah, it was like a honey trap for her. Because like when she got here, I stopped doing all of that. I should. I know I should. I managed to survive on my own for a little while, but you may be getting the Lego Titanic tomorrow. Wow. That's big. Has someone actually done that on a YouTube channel? I'd like to see one of those sped up ones of someone doing that. I don't know, John. It's something I'm going to think about. I do like the whole Spielberg theme. And like we were talking on Patreon last night, wouldn't it be great to do something from Indiana Jones? But, you know, this has the E.T. spaceship and the Orca's got those things. It's got the Bismarck quality. In other words, you can look at it and you're just captivated by it because everywhere you look, there's something different. There's something that you didn't notice before. The Bismarck's like that. The E.T. spaceship's like that. And the Orca's most definitely like that. So if you were to build something like, I don't know, the Ark of the Covenant or something like that, it hasn't got that factor because it is what it is, basically. So I'm trying to think what you could do, which would be brilliant. I think the Close Encounter spaceship would be good, but I've only ever seen a miniature one. I haven't seen it's got to be big. This is like a big scale modelling channel, so I don't know. Or move away from Spielberg completely. I know Phil's a big fan of like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. And Irwin Allen and that sort of thing. So I don't know. We'll have to have a chat about it. Definitely. Is there any sign of the Cobra M video? There is. I've got a stand on the way. I was still waiting for my number plate as well. That's on the way as well. So that will be coming. What I want to do, Kevin, is I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. I'm just looking around. I want to. Actually, I could probably use that wall. I didn't even realise that. I want to have a backdrop. So that, you know, when I'm actually displaying something, I've got turntable. Ian from Partwork Upgrade sent me a turntable. I can display it good. So I think that is going to work brilliant over there. I still haven't got my paint thing, by the way. I'm still using just cardboard, which has been doing a brilliant job. It's doing an absolutely brilliant job. He can get a bigger place. And then where would Mrs. Welder Wayne live, Martin? I'm sleeping on the sofa tonight. Some of the models in Lord of the Rings were like over a story tall. Barad-dûr had to be filmed in 2 pieces. It was so big. Wow. I watched, who was it? Was it Props to History? I watched Props to History on TikTok. I think it was another prop one saying that they approached George Lucas about doing a matte painting for the Death Star. And George wanted a model, but they were like, no, that's too expensive. So he got one of his like model like people who do the scenes and stuff to go away and price up how much it will be. And apparently he had just bought himself a new car. I don't know what it was. It was either a Ferrari, a Lamborghini. I think it was a Ferrari. And they said, you know, that Ferrari or whatever you just bought, it's going to cost pretty much the same amount as you paid on that. And apparently George Lucas was like, is that it? Okay, yeah, build it. So that's why you've got a model Death Star. I love creative things like that. How things happen. Children are creative. Has anyone seen the irony of Kit being a kit? You're just 3 issues into the Ecto 1. It's already massive. Tell me about it, Bergdish. You wait till you get to that sort of stage. I mean, the car's pretty much done. Everything we're adding now is Ghostbusters related to go on the roof. And as you know, you've seen the instructions that I put out, God knows, about a month ago. It's all to do with a gurney, really, in the next couple of stages. Hello, Anthony. How's it going? Not so much the cost, it's the waiting for parts to arrive. You know what? It's, at the moment, there's nothing you can do. You've got to remember, you've got that headache from Christmas where all the container companies and shipping companies in China were upping the prices of deliveries because firms were willing to pay like 4 times the amount to get their stuff quicker. So they were just bumping things down the queue. And that's having a knock-on effect even into January, February. I don't think it's going to be solved until about April, May time. I'll be shocked if it is. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Things are starting to trickle through now. And I do understand the IXO collections, Porsche 917. I think box 7's on its way out as well. The mothership from Independence Day blowing up the White House. That would be great. Hello. Okay, hang on. Alexa, stop. Uh, we've both forgotten something on the build. Apparently, I think I've met my super chats. Oh no, Chris William. Oh, and Jason Murray. Oh my God, look, I'm terrible. Jason, I'm sorry I've missed your super chat. I'm far down the list again. Jason, a little something to say thank you for my son Thomas for helping him with the Dodge Charger build. Your videos have been a huge help. Oh, thank you, Jason. Jason, that message didn't link over to my chat message, so I can't put it on the screen, which is a shame. But I've read it out. I hope you appreciate it. But thank you. I really appreciate that. And Renotion, there's a speed video of the Lego Titanic. I'll post links on Twitter. Yeah, if you could, Renotion, that'd be brilliant. It's over 1 meter long. No iceberg though. And Chris William, 6 days now. Hang on a second. 6 days now. More Hawker, please. Oh, definitely. Phil, I'm trying to think. What have we missed off? Now, obviously, we've got to do the rigging. I'm looking. We've got to do the rigging. Obviously, we've got the rudder to put in. Fishing rods. Figures. Do we put figures in it? Do we need a shark in it? I don't know. I haven't got a clue. Binoculars. I know there's some binoculars missing. You're gonna have to tell me. You intrigued me on the comment earlier. I'm intrigued to know what we're missing. It's probably something glaring us in the face. Bring the Millennium Falcon back. What, you want me to do it or put it up? I can't really put it up in here because I'll just whack my head on it every 2 seconds. But it is there. It's doing what it does. Sits there. Look, there's all my numbers for the board. I changed that before I go, so I remember to do it the next day. How many planes like Spitfire Zero are there in collection? I've only seen the Spitfire Zero at the moment. There was a Lancaster at one time, and I think that people like Ian from Partwork Upgrades is doing the MiG, although I don't know what's happened to that. Yeah, everyone would be made up to do an Airwolf build. That and the 18 van, apart from Knight Rider, is what people have been asking for right since the beginning of the stream. Channel. Since 2015, I think. That's when I created the channel. If there's another workshop, excellent. I think the next video should be wearing that I make mistakes so you don't have to. Yeah, I should do, shouldn't I? See, now what accidents do I put up on there, though? Because the accident I had when I stood on the glass happened in there, and me burning my belly on the sausages happened in the house. I think that should only apply to accidents in the workshop. You were conned. You're talking about how you got here. The funny thing is, Mrs. Welder Wayne, have you ever seen that film Parasite? And I don't mean you're, oh God, that was the wrong word to use. Straight away, as soon as that left my lips, I knew that was the wrong word to use. I never asked Mrs. Welder Wayne to move in. I gave her a key, and she just sort of like moved in. we can't even pinpoint the point that she moved in. She's been here ever since, so we must be doing something right. Fancy, you know what? I've seen the U-Gear stuff, Jim. It looks really good. It looks really good. I do like the not so much the Loco, but the gear one with the marbles. I've always been fascinated by marbles going around on a track. I don't know, since a kid. I don't know what it is inside. Someone, one of my old relatives used to have a clock, which was a ball bearing clock. They're on eBay. You can see them. They're quite expensive now. They're about £200 or £300. And the time is actually done by ball bearings, and they go around this whole track. And I think that's why I've always been fascinated by marbles moving around on a track. And I know U-Gears do something like that. Build a Titanic in 1/100 scale. Can you imagine how big that would be? Oh my God. The Austrian Brick Fan did a speed build at a Lego Titanic. It's over an hour long though on a speed build. Oh my God. He couldn't have had any sleep. You're new to the channel. Do you rate the magazine models expensive though? I love them. I absolutely love I mean, I wouldn't do them if I didn't. So, I mean, some models are better than other. I mean, the X-Wing looks brilliant there, but it was just it wasn't difficult build. It was just I don't know. I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Substandard. unexpected. I don't know. Sequest DSV in resin. As I said to Phil Jimmy Jones, I think if the next time we see resin would be a billion years too soon. Thank you, Bergdis. That's appreciated. Need to get an expansion area to the workshop. Then you'll be into my garden. I like my garden. I sit in my garden in the summer. I can't sit there at the moment. It's freezing cold. I was out there pruning my blooming hydrangeas today. Yeah, I do gardening as well. I'm a Titanic expert, ship not film. So Wayne, can you ask me anything about the ship? I will, but that's the other thing I was going to show you. Look, Mrs. World of Wayne. Do you remember penguin books? Do you remember those little penguin books, like, you know, how to take care of your husband and stuff like that? Well, this is from a company called Osprey Publishing. She bought me this, the Titanic pocket book, and this is all the interesting facts about the Titanic and everything in there. So I've been using this. It's a good read as well. All about the ship. It's got blueprints and everything in here. And so any interesting facts and stuff, this is what I've been referring to. You know, designs of the flooring. Pretty good stuff. So this was one of my Christmas presents from Mrs. World of Wayne. She knew I was building the Titanic, so... The Trumpeter Titanic is the most accurate Titanic, and that's been modded to death. I've seen all the aftermarket stuff for that. And you know what I like? John builds iconic military models. If you haven't seen his channel, he's got an excellent channel. He's building the Victory at the moment. So if you want to see the Victory build, definitely go over to John's channel. But you have been doing similarities between the Hachette Titanic and the Trumpeter one, because you've got both of them on the go as well. And I find that really interesting. But yeah, there is a lot of aftermarket stuff on there at the moment. G'day, Ron. How's it going? Sorry about the Ashes. Oh, we were never destined to do well in the Ashes. They were saying that Novak Djokovic should join our cricket team because he gets to spend longer in Australia than our cricket team did. You just finished the Route Master bus. I'm only up to pack 2. I think I've got pack 3 here. I have got pack 3. Hopefully that'll be on the channel next week. So that'd be good. Have sent for payment for my Fiat. Nothing yet for the Ford GT. I don't know what's going on with all that stuff there, Kevin. I wish I could give you an answer, but I'm ghosted. they don't like me anymore. Not so much D'Agostini, it's Model Space. Oh, Gong Hai Fat Chow. When is Chinese New Year? Let's have a look. Tuesday the 1st of February. Wow. Okay. That's not far away. What's this year going to be? You're going to tell me. I would have found out by the time you told me. Year of the Tiger. There you go. I think I'm an ox, and I think Mrs. World of Wayne's a rat. Oh, bless. Got to have a shark hanging off the back of the orca. Maybe eating Quint. Well, I can't be damaging the thing, even though weathering up is the most fun thing to do. But I was nervous, thinking, oh, it was so beautiful, and now look, I've really made it rough. But to say that section there is completely fabricated, as in the ladder, this is where I look at this model and think, yeah, we've put a lot of heart and soul into this. And I know Phil's done the same as well. He's you can see it on his videos, the smile. It's the smile when you're talking about it. It's yeah, definitely. The anchor and the chain, that's a good point. You see it in the scene when Hooper ties off the first barrel. Okay. I'm trying to think where we'll attach that. So that's going to be on the bow section. We've got the holes in the side. I drilled out the holes in the side. But I'm guessing, does it come from here? Or is it going to be lower down? We need to have a Zoom. We need to talk about it. I just naturally assumed it didn't have an anchor. I am going to be putting the wires. You remember you sent me a picture, Phil, of the wires underneath the flybridge into this section here that go down. I am going to put some wires in there to show that off. I do think that after looking at a lot of those pictures, I do think that flybridge probably was working, and I reckon that was all hydraulics. I reckon that it was either hydraulics powering the one down below, or it was just on a like a belt system, so it's pushing a pulley down, which in turn made the main bridge turn, if that makes sense, because I think there's about 2 wires going into it, quite thick ones. I don't know. Perhaps they'll let us look at it if we go on the Orca in Universal. Unless an 18 van with some crazy thing like a machine gun comes in the back, I'm not really interested. No, you don't understand, Dash Riptide. All they're going to do is they're going to send you a load of scrap metal. They're going to send you a load of scrap metal, I don't know, some material, some wood, I don't know, and perhaps an old coffee machine. And it's your job to make an 18 van out of it. Oh, look, parasite. I knew that was the wrong word. As soon as that came out, I knew that was the wrong word. You're not a parasite. Oh, it's so much trouble. Finished one orca, do another one, a diorama with a shark on the deck. And Gamer God, you know, I love the idea of the diorama, but I also love the idea of big models rather than just something small. I think if you're going to do a diorama and have the shark in it, it's going to have to be quite a small model to encompass what you'd need for the diorama thing. And then I look around and think, well, where would that go? So I don't know. Chris, you're encouraging her now. What's my favourite car from TV shows? Automan. I love the cursor that turns into a car, and then that was a great car. But then everyone likes Knight Rider, don't they? Accidents include screwdriver slip, scalpel cuts, being hurt by a model part, stepping on a Lego if it applies, dropping a model and breaking it in many pieces, or painting half a room or teeth. Touch wood. Everywhere's glass. I haven't cut myself a scalpel yet, but when I'm holding my scalpel, I'm normally very, very careful with it. So look, I'm going to put that here. I always hold it upside down and put it gently in there. But Chris Hurst has sent me a dentist drill. What sort of mischief can I get up with that? I said to Chris that we might have to do a Tuesday night dentistry. So I've got a couple of issues. I said I've been doing my own filling in this tooth here for a good, perhaps 3 years now. We're using the filling compound. It's been fine. And then down here, yeah, I'm talking shop now, so Chris will hopefully know. I had what they call a coronectomy, where they couldn't take my wisdom tooth out because the root was going through the nerve, so they just chopped the top of it off, left the roots in and sewed the gum over it. Well, the roots have decided they want to grow. So the roots are now grown through my gum. So they might end up having to take it out anyway. Perhaps we should do that on stream. I don't know. Titanic pocketbooks. You have to. That's a bit ironic, isn't it, Mike King? A Titanic pocketbook, which is the size of my hand. You're going to the Titanic exhibition in March. I mean, the exhibition's good if you know what you're going for. So you're going to see photos of the Titanic, correspondence from the Titanic, and you're going to see stuff that they found on dead bodies or passengers that were on the Titanic. You're not going to see anything from the Titanic that's been brought up. I hope that helps. That's what I thought I was going to see. But there you go. But what's her sign? She's a Capricorn because her birthday's the 29th of December. And obviously I'm a Cancer. I'm July the 4th. So it is cool. I'm just looking down the chat here. I hope I'm not missing chat again because we are missing some chat in this screen again. I don't know how I'm going to fix that. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm sure I'll figure something out there. Check your email. I will check my email, Phil. 1 second. Stand by. Aha. We got a picture. Oh, God, yeah. Well, you've... Ah, right, okay. Well, I've got the anchor chain because you gave me the anchor chain. Let's just show you. Stand by. I know everything's gone dark. Don't worry. There you go. Look. So we've got the anchor chain. The anchor goes inside, and that. How's that? Is that? I'm confused. Is that just balanced on the side at the moment? I'm looking at the picture. How's the anchor mounted? Or is that just hooked over the side on that hook? And if that's the case, how did you do that hook? Have you fabricated that, or is that how that part's come? I didn't even think about that, to be honest with you. And it does go out that hole. So you're right. So that hole there that I've already drilled out, that's probably a good thing. Yeah, I completely forgot about it. Our boats would have just floated out to sea. I'm on issue 15 of the Knight Rider, but I want Michael Knight. I do have the next 4 stages of Knight Rider here, just so you know. So they're going to be out next week as well. I've already been told there's some funkiness going on in issues 8 and 9 or something. So, you know, it's one of those builds I'm a little scared to approach again, seeing as I like stabbed myself last time, but we'll see. Secret Squirrel, do you remember that? God, that was in the days of Touche Turtle. Secret Squirrel, I remember that. What about Hong Kong Fooey? He had a good car. Actually, any of the cars from Wacky Racers. And my favourite was the Professor, number 9, the Professor. But the Creepy Coupe and all of that, God. Wacky Racers, there's a blast from the past as well. Well, Wacky Racers was my first childhood experience in learning how to gamble. Because obviously when the cartoon started, we'll all have bets about which one's going to win. That's what they need. They need Wacky Racers in Vegas. You know, it's right in itself, this is. If anyone's from Vegas there, you know, I've just made you a millionaire. If you wanna create that game. It's been so long since your last one. I know we've all been waiting, but hopefully yours is coming tomorrow. I don't know when mine's coming. It just turns up normally, MB Woods. Now, as I said, there's no video on the channel tomorrow. I'm picking up my kiddies for the weekend this weekend, so there's not really going to be any videos this weekend. My next video will be Monday. But, oh, it's all good. Ed 209, yeah, you're telling me that would be excellent. But that can't be a static model though, Phil. I'd need something moving. Because I have already seen an Ed 209 quite big, but it was a static model. Yeah, you know what? It's one of those Mandela effects. I remember Automan being like 7 series long. But you're right, it was only ever 13 episodes. The Highwayman. Now, oh God, the Highwayman. Now, was the Highwayman the guy that... No, I'm thinking of something different. I'm thinking of the Hitchhiker. Never saw the Highwayman. The Hitchhiker I used to love. That's that guy that used to tell the short stories. If you remember that, there was like 3 short stories in an episode, and he'd talk about, you know, each one. It was spun off to videos and DVDs, but renamed. I think I had the DVDs that were called Dead Time Stories, but it was just basically rehashed Hitchhiker episodes. I used to love them. I am a Rams fan, and tell you what, it's the big match, isn't it? On Sunday, we got the Rams and the Buccaneers. Now, Jack, my son, he's a Dolphins fan, but he's got the Buccaneers in a sweepstake. I'm obviously a Rams fan, and I've got the Chiefs in a sweepstake, and the Chiefs are still in it. So we need to knock out the Bucks on Sunday. 8 o'clock kickoff, I think it is, over here. Hooked over your side, your anchor's on the way. Oh, excellent. Thanks, Phil. That's perfect. Oh, excellent. There we go. So our parcels are probably going to cross in the post. But you'll have to let me know if you get it today, because it does say on the tracking out for delivery. So there's all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff in there. Oh, brilliant. That's excellent news. We'll be able to stop our boats. Full-size copy of the Wacky Racers at Goodwood Motor Circuit. Really? No way. I'm only just finding about this now. I've never been to the Goodwood Motor Circuit. Wow. They have a Wacky Racers board game. I think I used to have that years and years ago. But the figures were just like cardboard, and you put them on a plastic sort of like plate, just like what we got here for this thing, actually. They went on a plastic thing like that. They used to go around the board. But yeah, Professor number 9, definitely. That was my favourite. And Tom Brady. Yeah, I reckon if the Rams can beat the Bucks, Tom Brady will retire. That's what I reckon. I'm calling it here now. Take care, Helder. See you later. Thanks for joining us tonight. But, I mean, the playoff games at the moment, it's brilliant to watch them. It's brilliant to watch. I mean, I've been staying up late watching some, which is crazy, because in the UK, the late games start at like 20 past 1 in the morning, and they're finished till 3:30. So, yeah, I get in trouble with Mrs. Welder Wayne. But it's all fun. But look, it's that time. It's gone so quick again. So remember, no video on the channel tomorrow. The next video is going to be on Monday. I probably will update social media as we go through the weekend. And hopefully I'll get some more work done in here. But I am going to play around with those spokes tomorrow on the Jaguar and see how that goes. I'm sure that's going to be fun. Anyway, listen, thanks for joining me, and take care.